The officials are in place. The referee is David Herson, and this is the 2025 Ulster Minor Silver Final from Crossmaglen. And it's a breezy day here. Strange day. 1 minute you're roasting hot and the next minute there's a breeze that would cut you. So a strange sort of a day. But the crowd in here, and they are looking forward to a great game, and hopefully we have a good crowd online as well, and hopefully it will be a great game. The pitch looks absolutely magnificent. No complaints there at all. The players, I'm sure, will enjoy playing on this, so no excuses at all. It is Armagh against Tyrone, so Armagh the home team. And they have a few Crossmaglen girls there as well, like the twins, the Lenahans, Rena and Clara. Rena starting at number 5 or 7 rather, and Clara is in the subs. In fact, the number 5 for Armagh has been replaced in one late change in the teams. Mia Vallely is in. She's from Pearsogue. But let's go to those teams then. And there you see Gregory McGonigal is the manager of the Armagh team, and he of course was in charge of the Armagh seniors last year, and they won the National League for the first and only time when he was in charge there. Not in charge this year, but he has had great success with Clan winning the last 2 Ulster Senior Championships. Looking at the team then, going through it from the start, Sinead McSorley is from Carrickcruppen. She's in goals. She's a very useful forward, I hear, for her club as well, never mind playing in goals. 2, Mia O'Hara from Clan 3, Moya McGrain, Ballyhagan, and yes, she's the daughter of Paul. 4, Erin Malanafi from Clan 5, Alaya Delaney, replaced by 18, Maeve Vallely. 6, Fiona Loughran from Greenmore, and she's a cousin of Mally Loughran there at number 9 from Clady, who's also one of the vice captains on the team. And they're both nieces of Philip Loughran, who I'm sure people from 2002 vintage will remember. Rena Lenahan then is at 7. At midfield you have Elsie Drews at number 8, and yes, she's a sister of senior star Emily. And Mally Loughran is at number 9. I hope I'm pronouncing that one right. 10, Evie McCafferty from Clan. She's a Northern Ireland netballer. And 11 is the captain, Aoibhinn Donoghue from Clan, and she has had great success with the Ulster Championship in the last couple of years, with the Senior Championship with their club Clan winning 2 of those. 12, Emer McGeary, she's from Armagh Harps. 13, Ellie May Duffy from Pearsogue. Her dad Fergal would have been the under-16 manager, and she's a college all-star as well. 14, Alana O'Neill is from Drummond. And 15 is Anna Lavery, another college all-star from Clan, and a Queen's Future all-star as well. And then in the subs you've got the likes of Eva McDonald. Her mum would be Denise, the referee, and Kiva Gallogly from Derrynoose, star player as well. Expect to see her at some point too. So that is Armagh. Let's go and look at the visitors then. From Tyrone in goals, Rihanna Mullen from the Drumragh club just outside Omagh there. 2 is Tori McMullen, she is from Omagh. 3 is Ellie Daly, and yes, Erin Daly at number 6 is not just her sister but her twin sister, and they are from Badoni, the club in Tyrone. 4 is Cora Quinn from Killyland, one of the vice captains on the team, and her sister Aoife is a Tyrone senior. 5 is Laura Duff from Lochmacrory, and coming from Lochmacrory you're usually involved in handball as well, and she indeed is a handball star and another Queen's Future All-Star 2024. 7 is Sive Quinn from Donoghmore. At midfield they have Mariana Loughran from Kildress, and 9 is their captain Emma McCrossan from Omagh, and she indeed is a MFC Post-Primary Schools All-Star. 10 is Mia Muldoon from Kildress. 11, Erin McGinn from Ahaloo, and she also is a 2024 Queen's Future All-Star. Quite a few of these girls are. Cara McMoran is from Colisland, and she would have played in the All-Ireland schools for St Pat's Dungannon this year. 13, Catherine Moohan is from Edendork, and she is both a Queen's Future All-Star from last year and a 2025 MFC Post-Primary Schools All-Star. 14 is Kiva Owens from Berra. Her brother Connor would be a Hogan Cup winner with Omagh CBS. And 15 is Amy Sheehy, and her brother Conal is a Tyrone under 20, and she is from Cookstown. A few interesting names in the subs for them. Hannah Cavlin, number 17, is the daughter of Jared Cavlin. A lot of people will remember him. 20, Lucy McCullough. Her brother Rory is another Tyrone under 20 player. And Cleena O'Reilly at 25 is a dual star. And then you have the likes of Clara Rose Marley at 19. She has 2 sisters who are on the Tyrone under 16, so 3 sisters there up and coming. And 18 is Isabel Grimes, another 2025 MFC Post-Primary Schools All-Star. So we are nearly ready for the start, and the breeze has really picked up and it's coming right over into our faces, so it's coming across the field from the stand, if you like, and I thought I was protected here from it, but it's very strong when it picks up, so that'll affect the game today. So it looks great, but the wind will cause problems, no doubt, for the teams. So this is the minor silver final. It's available to watch on either Ulster Ladies YouTube or Ulster Ladies Facebook, so you have a choice of where you can watch the game. You're also welcome to leave your messages and comments there on either of those platforms, and I'll pick them up as we go on. So there's 4 finals on today. One has already been finished, and that's the bronze final, and Down have beaten Derry on that one, 6-11 to 1-6. And the Donegal Monaghan final in the gold final is coming up. And also at 4 o'clock we will be streaming the Antrim v Cavan Platinum final, and that is, if you like, the elite level. That's the highest level, so it goes up to gold, and then Platinum is above that. So Antrim against Cavan at 4 o'clock here in Crossmaglen will be on another live stream on Ulster Ladies Facebook and Ulster Ladies YouTube. So we're just about ready to go. The referee, as I say, is David Hurson, and the players shake hands in the middle, and you see number 10 for Armagh has gone to midfield. That's Evie McCafferty, and she is tall. She's a Northern Ireland netballer, so no surprise there that she has gone to midfield for at least the hop. Looking around to see a few other, if there's any other changes. Don't spot any just yet, but here we go, we're off and running. And David Hurson with his trademark throw-in, and it is indeed won by Evie McCafferty. The pass, though, has gone astray and is picked up by Laura Duff. Maybe the wind having an impact in the first 10 seconds of the game with that pass. So they'll need to be accurate. That's a good ball to Cara McMorran, and she's able to turn really nicely away from her marker. And she is wearing 12, but actually number 6 has come over to mark her. That is Fiona Loughran. This is Kiva Owens, the number 14, and back to Cora McMorran, who has carried on her run really well. And is that inside the post? It is indeed. That's a really nice score, and that was all about Cara McMorran from Killisland. Brilliant score. And as I said, she played for St Patrick's Academy Dungannon, the All-Ireland schools this year, and you can see why. She and they did well, and she's a 2025 Queen's Future All-Star, and you saw there her picking up the ball, getting it back and finishing really nicely and making very light of the strong winds that I was telling you about coming across. She measured that perfectly. Armagh then trying to get up the field, and she knew she had to release the ball there and did. Now this one coming across, and you see there again the wind carried that ball away. That's twice Armagh have put passes over to this side, and they've both been carried by the wind away from the intended target. That's better though by Fiona Loughran getting in front of McMorran. So obviously Gregor McGonigal has done his homework, and he knows McMorran is good, and he's put Fiona Loughran over on her, and we've seen the threat there already materialising. This is McCafferty reverting now to the number 10 area that she was named in, rather than playing in midfield. This is a good run by Duffy. Runs into trouble though, and it's going to be a free in. The breeze, as I'm trying to figure out what's going on, it's sort of coming into my face really, really strongly at the minute, coming across. So it's probably directly in the face of the kicker of this free. So if you like, if she kicks it to the left-sided post, it'll probably carry right over to the right. So she needs to aim for the one on the left, or just pass it, which she does, and that's an interesting pass. If it gets there, it's a good pass, because Loughran has indeed picked it up, and Armagh might have a better chance from play here. Nice dummy solo from O'Neill, and then the finish, if she's got it on target, she has. Really good score by Alana O'Neill from Drummond. And it was all about the build-up, and then it was all about the clever little dummy solo, getting a little bit more room, and she drilled that over beautifully. 1 point each. Good start to this game that augurs well. Now look where this ball is going with a strong wind, right over the side. So you need to measure those ones and be careful. The wind is just going to bring everything right over to our live stream area. Indeed, the ball has gone over the fence. Could mean that we see a lot of play over this side at least. Now I was going to say the breeze had stopped, but it's just picked up again. Off goes Loughran. Picked up by Donohoe, the captain. Nice bit of possession for them. Tyrone 12 players behind the ball. And that nearly intercepted, but not. Instead, Emer McGarry has it. comes back to Lenihan on our home pitch. Number 4 is Erin Malanafi. Oh, this is a good burst through the middle, and this is a chance. There's a goal on here for Armagh. She's going all the way with intent. Doesn't quite get a connection at the end of it, though. Didn't appeal, though. Might have been a tug or something on her there, but it looked just as she was about to pull the trigger that somebody got a connection there and just put her off. Thought that was going to end up in the net, but she just didn't get the power on it. Over carrying, free to Armagh. Armagh have just picked things up after conceding that early score, and they are at least dominating the play. I did say I'd check your comments and make sure everything's okay online, and indeed it is. Tyrone clearing up at the back. Jerome Quinn from Donegal, the number 7 involved there. And now the burst through the middle. This is really good. I think it was the number 9, was it, or number 8 in the middle of the field there who got that forward. Armagh getting back in numbers as best they possibly can. No, this is the number 9. This is McCrossan. Now she comes back to the girl who started it with that burst. And indeed it was the number 6, Erin Daly. And often you see twin sisters right up the middle of the defence at 3 and 6, but that's what they have today. 4 is Cora Quinn trying to pick it up. And free out for Armagh. Now Armagh, not too many players forward, they got a lot of them back. Now they're having to link up and join the attack, but not too many options. And this is a run by Duffy, but intercepted and overturned. Jerome Quinn gets it out to Mail Muldoon. And don't mean to bore you by talking about the conditions, but this wind is bizarre. It's almost gale force now coming into our faces there, and it is coming right into our faces. And yet when you look at it on your screens, I'm sure you're thinking, what a beautiful day it is there. But it's weird, it's freezing. You have to get your coat on. Now Tyrone, and that ball looking for the full forward, but didn't quite get there. And again, I'd say the wind had an effect on that ball, or maybe they just didn't read each other's intentions. But this is Loughran again, who's been on the ball a lot for Armagh, as has McCafferty. And off she goes. Moya McGreen, number 3, involved there from Ballyhagan. She was the captain last year when they won the All-Ireland Under-16B down in Kinnegad, I think that game was. So she stepped up to minor level now. That's a good interception there for Tyrone, and they have a chance to counter here. But again, they need players to support. Good run through the middle again, but 3 or 4 Armagh players get back, and they get it back, and Lenihan has it. And it's Armagh's turn. Both teams mirroring each other. Lots of players back, and then lots of possession around the middle here. And then if you watch maybe on our wide shot there, you'll see a few Tyrone players. They're just sitting in and around the D or arc area now. So they instantly know when the other team gets the ball to sit in there. So that's the defensive systems. Both teams trying to protect themselves against the counter and the goal threat. Although Armagh did have a goal threat a few minutes ago, and they might get another one now, because this is Anna Lavery playing well, but getting away out to the left. And now the full forward O'Neill, who's got their only score so far. Good score it was, but it was patient play, and that's exactly what they're doing again. And you see here 4 or 5 Armagh players around this area getting easy possession, but not making an awful lot of progress just yet. Trying to work an opening, and now they get it to Duffy, who's been lively, but they've gone right out to that corner. And Tyrone have been good at this. They have been very patient in there, and they have turned Armagh over quite frequently in there already. although most of the attacking has been from left to right. Now Tyrone, what can they do about that? This is Amy Sheehan. There's a good turn of pace from her and she gets away. That's brilliant play actually. That's exactly what you need, especially when there's 3 or 4 players around you, and she's bombed it in there, and that might even go over the keeper, and it's ended up in the net. And you have to say that's down to the breeze. I feel sorry for the goalkeeper there, because although it looks like a lovely day, as I've said, let's watch it again. The breeze definitely had an impact there, and the goalkeeper definitely caught out by that, and it just carried it a little bit more, and that's very unfortunate for the goalkeeper, but a lucky break for Tyrone. 1-1 to no score. And that after Armagh had done most of the attacking, but here comes Tyrone again with Cara McMoran, who got their first score, and she leaves it off but might be involved again. That's the kind of player that she is. The full forward is Owens. Decent effort, and it goes over the bar, and it's 1-2 to a point, and all of a sudden it seems Tyrone have opened up a 4-point lead. So watch it again here. Never mind the conditions. You give it a good dig straight over the middle. As you see, Armagh have a player injured here. That is Loughran, one of the vice captains. The other vice captain for Armagh is Moya McGrain. But it's not a head injury, which means we continue with the play. Tyrone have intercepted this though when they've got it back, and it's Erin McGinn from Ahalou, and she's through. They're looking for another goal. No, they go for their point. They get their point. Erin McGinn, 2024 Queen's Future All-Star, and that I make it is a goal and 2 points by Tyrone without reply in the space of only about 2 minutes. So coming up to 10 minutes gone, and Tyrone have really made an impact in the game in the last few minutes. I was saying Armagh were having most of the possession, but Tyrone a really good scoring spree. That's McGinn again involved in the middle of the field, trying to get that ball away, but the referee is going to hop it. And of course McCafferty is in there, number 10 for, and she wins it for Armagh rather comfortably, and just lets the ball do the work for once, which is always refreshing to see. But there's 2 Tyrone players there, and they eat it up and bring it back, and it's McMoran again involved in much of the play. Tyrone looking lively when they do go forward, just haven't been going forward that much. Just double checking, it is Cara McMoran, not Cora McMoran. This is the Tyrone number 5, Laura Duff, involved in the play. They get it out to Kiva Owens, the 14. And look at the amount of Armagh players back there. All the orange jerseys there, and they're all sifting across the field, trying to just mark that area to not let Tyrone get in for a score, making it tricky. They come again out to Laura Duff though to try, and that's broken down, has it? Strong challenge by both players for the ball, but Armagh come away with it. Donoghue involved, and now Armagh on the break. Not many options again, in fact no options. So Duffy comes back to Donoghue, to Loughran, and now they try to spread the play, but again the wind can carry a ball like that if it's up in the air and make a nonsense of the pass, but they get away with it. Lenihan has it. Burst along the front of the stand and in front of the Armagh dugout as Armagh try to recover from conceding 3 scores in quick succession. That's a good ball that has come out to Elsie Drews, and she's now looking for McCafferty. Passes are good because the wind, as I say, is very strong. They have to be accurate, and they have been. It's maybe easier to just go for the hand passing, and that's what they're doing. So Donoghue just calms it down and gives it to Loughran, who has the sleeves rolled up like a Australian AFL player. This is Drews trying to inject a little bit of pace. She's a brilliant runner and great pace there to try and bring the ball forward and try to create something. I think that's Emer McGarry who's brought it back out again. They're not getting too much joy here. Lavery involved as well, and they're just going to regroup and come all the way back out again and recycle and try again from another angle. Tyrone's defence has worked extremely well so far. Just conceded the 1 score, and they've given that away, have they? No, Armagh have managed to get it again. Loughran battling for it with Cora Quinn, and the referee has given the decision to Loughran. She looks to take it quickly, but again, that might be intercepted, and it has. How many times have Tyrone done that so far in this game? And this girl in particular, Erin Daly, and she's let the ball in. But too many Armagh players back there, and it was good work by Mia O'Hara to win her battle to get it for Armagh. And Armagh getting good possession, but not so much around the goal area. They've had that one score, and they had one half a goal chance when it looked they were going to score, and this should be a score now, but it's gone way to the right. She was off balance when she hit it, and it remains 1-3 to a point, 13 and a half minutes gone. The goalkeeper is Rihanna Mullen from Drumragh. And again, like a previous kick out, it's just gone straight over the line. The wind is carrying it over, away from all of the players. She'll need to rethink that one. But apart from that, Tyrone have been going extremely well, and will be very happy with the start that they have made. Their manager, Jarlath Loughran. And he's got Brian O'Neill in there as well, and Barry McGinn and Paddy O'Brien. They'll be happy. You see the way they've set up here. 13 players behind the ball. And that's Amy Sheehy trying to put a bit of pressure on. But Malanafi, an experienced player at this stage with Clan Erin, remains calm. Cloud coming in and out, and the sun coming in and out because of that. And it's come out again very strongly now. And it's over to the left, so if this drops in on the goalkeeper, it could be tricky for her, but they don't tend to do that these days. They tend to carry it forward, and that's a brilliant ball, actually, a superb ball, and it could end up in the net, and it does. It was all about the pass. Loughran finished it to the net. The ball in was from Evie McCafferty. I think she meant it as a pass. Yeah, she did. That's an absolute peach of a pass, and you put it on a plate, and McCafferty, the creator, Loughran, the finisher. And in the blink of an eye at minor level, the game can change. 1-3 to 1-1. I thought she was maybe shaping to try and get a point there, but I'm going to give her the credit. A really good pass right into the path of Loughran. Tori McMullen, number 2, involved there for Tyrone. Daly involved in a lot of the play around the middle of the field and offloads it nicely. And there's a one-on-one, but it's gone over both of them. The Tyrone player does well, though. I think that is Muldoon over on that far side. This is McGinn. Tyrone looking to get a score at the other end, but the referee is going to bring that one back. He had given advantage, and they now get the free. Message on the live chat there on YouTube. Sean is asking where the game's at. It's in Crossmaglen. Oliver Plunkett Park. Looks resplendent in the sunshine. The pitch is in terrific condition. This is Emma McCrossan now, the captain, trying to get through, but she's closely followed there and tackled by Moya McGrain, the Armagh captains. So a clash of the captains, and that effort from McMorran. She's disappointed with that one, but it was an ambitious one from there. She did get one earlier on, but didn't work this time. So I checked on the live stream on YouTube. Now just checking as well that everything's okay on the Facebook one. And if you've left any messages, again, feel free to do so on either of those. That's well taken for Armagh. They've recovered well. They got their goal a few minutes ago. Now what can they do? Left off by Malanafi over on this side now, and now Donoghue, the captain, faced up by 2 players, but offloads it back to Malanafi. And the 2 Clan Erin girls combining extremely well, and she's still going. And Erin indeed has given it back to her captain, to Avine. She might fancy her score here. No, she's just going to calm things down and use her experience. No point shooting from a difficult angle, which is what Tyrone did a minute ago. So they're trying to work it in, but that's easier said than done. This is Emer McGeary. Back to McCafferty. A lot of these balls have been intercepted by Tyrone, but not quite on that occasion. Loughran, the goal scorer, and this is good work by O'Neill. She's done that dummy before, but at the second time she gets blocked down by Laura Duff, but still they persist, and O'Neill has it now for Armagh. That was Lavery bringing it back out to McCafferty. They're spreading the play very quickly from right to left. I think that's Lenihan. And this is definitely Drew's. And off she goes, looking for a score, and gets it back, and she's on a one-on-one here with the keeper, and elected to put it over the bar when, well, a goal was on. But it's 1-3 to 1-2, and they'll take that certainly for now, and that's much better from Armagh. Nice link-up play there, and maybe the angle wasn't great for a shot, so she just elected to take her point. So after 18.5 minutes, it's Armagh right back in this game. This is Loughran, Fianna Loughran from Greenmore, cousin of Loughran at number 9 who got the goal. She's from the Clady club, but they are cousins, and they're both nieces of Philip Loughran, who would have been an Armagh 2002 All-Ireland winner. As of course was John Toll, who's part of the management for Armagh today, and Paul McGrain, father of Moya, the number 3. The Armagh management then, Gregory McGonigal, and he has John Toll in with him, and Maeve Moriarty, a Clan Éireann legend, and Sinead McCleary, another Clan Éireann and Armagh and Queen's legend. This is Lenihan. Tyrone sitting in, mirroring the way we've seen the men's game go over the years, unfortunately. It's just the way the game's played these days. And McCafferty gets through there with a goal chance. Saved by the goalkeeper, and she gets a little bit of help to clear that up. So Armagh finding a way through, and it was the ball over the top. Yeah, I yearn for the days when players held their position and stayed up the pitch, but it just doesn't happen as much these days. There's only 2 players from Tyrone in their own, or in the Armagh half, and they're way, way away from the rest of the play. And then it's that cat and mouse game you get with Armagh now having the ball and just going from side to side, and Tyrone sitting in and waiting to get it back, and then counter, and then all the Armagh players go back and we repeat. Just over 20 minutes gone then, and this is Drew's. She's done that run a few times, and it does figure out a few gaps and creates a few openings for Armagh. But now they just elect to go back out. 1-3 plays 1-2. And 1-2 of Tyrone's was in the space of about 2 minutes, so they haven't attacked that much. But when they did well, and McMorrin has got that one back. She's got the decision, looking to take it quickly, but this is a problem when you have so many players back. There's no one to aim at, and that's gone straight back to Armagh. There was 2 players, and they were way, way too far away from her, and Armagh got so many players back, they just flooded the area. And now they have it with Malanafi. And it's Tyrone's turn to drop in. This is Lavery to McCafferty. Lavery looking to get it back, but it's easily intercepted. And Tyrone will have the chance now to counter, and that challenge by McCafferty was a little bit high, and that's why David Herson, the referee, is ticking for that as he also watches the play go on. And they say men can't multitask. This is Cora Quinn going forward, and again they just try to bomb it in there, but that's good defending by Mia O'Hara watching it. Well, one back though for Tyrone. That's great forward play by Catherine Moon from Aidan Dork, but it's going to be a free out for Armagh. So coming up in 22 minutes, gone a lively first half. And the referee has just held the time because there's going to be a substitution made here. And I think it's a Tyrone player going on. Let's see who's going off as well. Is it 12? Looks like 12 is going off, or certainly she's over there. No, it's not. It's 15. 12 is over there by the dugout, but not going off. And 15, maybe? No, she's going towards the ball. Oh, there's a Tyrone player coming over under the stand. It must be an injury or something. The Tyrone number 11 has gone off. That's Erin McGinn. She was playing well as well, so it's disappointing for her and for Tyrone. But Armagh now on the attack. This is Duffy. This is good play by her, and she's going to look for a bit of help. No, she's going to do it all herself. Maybe that's brilliant play. Now she needs help, and McCafferty, there's a ball over the top. If she might create a second goal here, she's left that in, and it's Donoghue, and you'd put money on her in there, but well done by the goalkeeper. But still, Donoghue persists and gets a second goal, and the captain from Clan Éireann has put Armagh in front here in Crossmaglen, and it's now 2-2-2-1-3. Great comeback by Armagh. Duffy involved, who's from Pearse Oak, and then Donoghue, the captain. So 2 goals in a few minutes for Armagh, and they now lead 23 minutes in. Emer McGeary from Armagh Harps with the sideline. McCafferty has gone on ahead, and that's a great ball towards her, and she takes it well in her stride, but is hauled down rather crudely. And the referee will have a word about that. So that's a blow for Tyrone, losing McGinn. Trying to see who came in for her, trying to see which number. There's a 17 out there for Tyrone, and I think that's Hannah Cavlin. It is indeed. So Hannah Cavlin is now in the play, and as a lot of people from the Noddies will remember, and indeed I'm sure Armagh fans will remember, as we're in Crossmaglen, how good Jared Cavlin was for that Tyrone team that won 3 All-Irelands back in the day. That's his daughter Hannah. This is looking like a yellow card. This is looking like a sin bin, and to be fair, I did think it was a rather crude and high tackle to bring McCafferty down, and indeed it is a sin bin for Laura Duff. So Tyrone, they've lost 1 player to injury. Of course, they replaced her, but now they are down to 14 for the last 6 minutes of the first half. It's a 10-minute sin bin. So Armagh have recovered extremely well. I did think they were the better team, and then they conceded a few scores in a couple of minutes, but apart from that, they have pretty much controlled proceedings, and that is now showing on the scoreboard. They have the advantage there. 8 plays 6, they lead by 2, and they also have the advantage in the number of players, 15 against 14. Now that's a better kick out right up the middle, but it's still going to go to Armagh, and it's going to be Loughran. And indeed, Armagh dictating things at the minute and beginning to enjoy themselves out there. Loughran leaves it into Malanafi, who's had an increasingly good influence on this game. That's Donoghue. Just ran into trouble there, and she went over there, and that doesn't look good the way that she went down there. That's a nasty looking one. That's a sore one. She tries to get up, and her teammate just says, no, stay down. That's one of those ones you'd be worried about. Her ankle there, that looked very painful. She just slipped there as she was going forward. So Tyrone have lost a player through injury, and Armagh may lose their captain here, Donoghue, and that would be a huge blow to them. You saw the way she scored the goal a few minutes ago, and you saw the way with Clan-Erin a couple of years ago she scored a famous goal in an, was it an All-Ireland or an Ulster? No, it was an Ulster game against Moneyglass, I think it was, where she weaved in and out, and she was only 15 years old at the time, but scored a brilliant goal in that Ulster Senior Championship game. So they'll be hoping that she's okay, but that looks like a tricky one. My referee seems to be indicating, as you watch the first goal, that he needs a stretcher, or they're going to need a stretcher. This was the first goal for Armagh. McCafferty playing it into Loughran, and a great finish. And this is the second goal for Armagh. So McCafferty creating both of the goals, and Donoghue's persistence paying there for them. But now that is her on the ground getting a bit of treatment. So 26.5 minutes gone. We're going to have a delay at the end of this half. Just looking at the scoreboard in the ground here, it's 27 minutes past 2, and it's also 15 degrees, but not, I can tell you, in the shade when the breeze picks up. But enough about that. So I'll just check your messages as we have time here. Players basically going in for what looks like the old-fashioned water break. So the coverage on YouTube seems to be going well, and on Facebook, on Ulster Ladies Gaelic Facebook page, the game available there as well. So you have a choice, and there's one comment on there, or is there? No, maybe not. And also the other final on at the moment should be Donegal against Monaghan. That one being played in Newton Stewart, and already they've had one game down there in that doubleheader, and it was won by Down, beating Derry convincingly 6-11 to 1-6, and indeed they also had a penalty right at the end of that game that was saved by the Derry goalkeeper. So I'm just refreshing on the Ulster Ladies Gaelic Football YouTube, trying to find the other game, but I can't see it there. That would be Donegal against Monaghan. Maybe it hasn't started yet. This is a sad sight for Armagh and indeed for Clan Erin.
Substitution on the Armagh team, number 19, Maeve Valley, replaces number 11, 18 Donoghue.
So 19 has come in there. They've announced Maeve Valley. So Maeve Valley is 19 and she is now coming in. I had her in from the start, but that was 18 was in from the start. Apologies, I've just realised that. So 18 is Ella Owens from Killeavy. So I've been calling that one wrong. Ella Owens 18 and Maeve Valley 19. Both now are in the play. So Ella Owens from Killeavy was the girl who replaced Delaney from the start. So that has dampened things a little bit with a minute to go towards the end of the first half, and then we'll have obviously 3 or 4 minutes added on. It's taken the sting out of the game, the momentum out of the game. This is Daly for Tyrone. Carried on by Cora Quinn. This is Sheehy for Tyrone. It's a good ball in. They've got it to Moohan. It hasn't been easy to find their forwards. They've been rather isolated, but this is good work by her. And in the end, she just ran out of room, needed a bit of help and couldn't get it. So Armagh have a chance to counter, and that could be picked up. It's bravely intercepted by Cora Quinn, and Tyrone get the ball and get the decision. The other game, Donegal against Monaghan, is well underway. In fact, it's half time there. It's Donegal 2 points, Monaghan 1-6. So they're going extremely well in that one. This is well taken by Kiva Owens for Tyrone. Emma McCrossan now the captain, just calming things down because Armagh have bunched in there. They put all their players in there. They've only got 2 players up the field, so 13 behind the ball. This is Erin Daly. Tyrone trying to find a way through, but not easy. Muldoon. The pressure then been exerted on the ball when they get a chance, but Sheehy has been very lively and she makes a bit of a imprint there. She finds a way through, but it's very congested. The angle isn't good and there's a lot of Armagh players around there. So Tyrone having to come all the way back out, but it's stolen away and O'Hara gets it for Armagh. And indeed their defensive unit has done their job. Sometimes minor games have an awful lot of scores in it, not too many in this one, and you can understand why with the way the game is being played tactically by both sets of managers. Darou's now for Armagh. So Tyrone, if you think about it, scored 3 scores in about 2 minutes. Apart from that, they've only scored 1. They just haven't attacked that much and haven't had that much ball up, but the Armagh defence has done its job extremely well. But they've looked more threatening going forward, and they look threatening now, Armagh going forward. Good hand in though by I think Sive Quinn, and Tyrone get the decision. Both teams pretty much playing a similar kind of game and cancelling each other out quite a lot as well, and with the conditions they've also been able to break each other down and intercept quite a lot. The referee's called that for a push, for a free for Tyrone. Now in the 32nd minute. I think we'll still probably get another 2 minutes of this half. This is Cora Quinn wearing 4, but rampaging around the middle quite a lot and goes for the ambitious ball through, and it might just get there actually. It slipped through the grasp of Lenihan, and there's a chance here for Tyrone if she can get there. She doesn't, and instead it is the 19 that I was talking about, Maeve Valley, who got in to intercept and do her job back there. So is there one last attack for Armagh? There isn't, because they've given that straight back to Tyrone, and now Cora Quinn has it. This is Erin Daly, involved so much around the middle and belts the ball out to this side. The wind will carry that, so Muldoon will do well to get this. And that looked like a push on her, and it was. And it's very unnecessary, but she was going for the ball, but must have just connected. As you watch that again, let's watch that collision again. Yeah, pretty obvious push there. The momentum just maybe carried her into the player. Tricky one here because this is probably into the strong wind, so it would be unlikely that she'll get a score directly from this. So yeah, she has indeed looked for a give and go, and then the kick has gone to the left and wide, and it is tricky playing from right to left today, I think. It's very warm now. The sun has come out. Stronger again. It's not a complaint. Delighted to see it. Oh, there's an interception by McMorran. She started the first half extremely well. Is she going to finish it with a score here? Well, that's ambitious. And might even end up being a pass, but no, easily taken by O'Hara for Armagh. And Tyrone just losing their way the last while, really, when they've been going forward. Maybe it'll be different the second half. With maybe the breeze might suit them. I'm not quite sure. The sun will be on their backs rather than in their eyes. 34th minute, nearly into the 35th minute. And Armagh have this 2-point lead, but the sad story, unfortunately, from the first half is their captain, Aoibhinn Donoghue, gone off with what looks like a nasty ankle injury, having to be carried off. That's a sad part of this first half. Otherwise, it's been quite an entertaining game between these two well-matched sides. Loughran got a brilliant, was it a pass she put through? It was the other Loughran. It was her cousin who got the goal, but that one's broken down again. And it's Tyrone. Maybe they'll have one last chance as we are now in the 35th minute. Cora Quinn. Not too many options ahead of her, so she's going to have to carry it. And runs into 3-4 orange jerseys, but then pops it over them, and this is good from Tyrone. He might get a chance for a score right at the end, but again, very congested. And all of the Armagh players back there and doing their job. But what way is that decision going to go? The referee says play on. It's the Tyrone 17. Cavlin trying to find a way through. And indeed the decision has gone what way? It's a hot ball, I think, by the way he's going. That's what it looks like to me. And McCafferty again will go into this, and maybe Daly. It's not Daly, actually. That's the 13 Mohan who goes in for it. And Tyrone do get possession. Now into the 36th minute. Is there a score right at the end of the half? A decent effort, but it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. Has to be said as well, from a Tyrone point of view, that their goal was, shall we say, not designed the way that it was taken. It bounced over the keeper's head. It was a misjudgment, maybe because of the conditions. So they haven't really done that well going forward. They haven't been a big threat, and even though they had a 4-point lead, or 5-point lead was it, at 1 point in the game, they haven't scored since then, and that has been their undoing. As Armagh have picked up a couple of goals that they've worked in really well, and they had another, at least one sighting off a goal. So nearly into the 37th minute now, and Cora Quinn for Tyrone. They work hard around this area of the field, but it's about numbers, getting the numbers forward. This is McCrossan, their captain, trying to drive, but look at the number of Armagh players back there. Now they get it to Kiva Owens, but again, there's always 2-3 Armagh players there, very congested, and that's why they then get in and they steal the ball away. It's the Gregory McGonigal effect, I think we'll call it, because he's done this with Armagh at senior level and with Clan Éireann. This is the way they all play, and it is proving effective overall today. 2-2 to 1-3. We actually haven't had a score for either team in a long time. The referee, David Herson, has got a book out, and there's a tick. And of course, there was a player from Tyrone carded as well. So they're down to 14. This is Duffy, as we still go on in the first half. A good burst of pace from Malanafi. Back to Duffy. Good play between the two of them. They have been linking their play a lot better than the Tyrone forwards and finding ways through. They've unlocked the defence quite a few times, and they're doing it again. This is really good quick play. No hanging around now. They've got an opening now for Duffy, and she just flashes it across the goals. Well, the approach was absolutely brilliant, and that's exactly what they have been doing much better than Tyrone, and that's why they've had 2 goals. Could have had 3, could have had 4 in this first half, and that could easily have dropped into the far corner, but didn't. And there is a half-time whistle eventually in the 38th minute, which unfortunately was down to that injury to Aoibhinn Donoghue. Let's hope she is okay. Armagh leading at half-time, 2-2 to 1-3. We hadn't had a score for but the last, must be 13-14 minutes of the first half. But it's Armagh in front by 2. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Welcome back for the second half. Tyrone just joining Armagh on the field now. You see them coming into the shot. So second half not too far away. An interesting first half that ended with Armagh leading 2-2 to Tyrone's 1-3 after Tyrone led at 1 point by 5 points. But 2 goals by Armagh have put them back in command. Tyrone were also reduced to 14 players, so they will start the second half actually with 14 players for the first. Well, actually, maybe it won't be because the second half, at the end of the first half, went on so long, so maybe that's been cancelled out now. So maybe it's back up to 15 each. Just trying to look around to confirm that. Kind of hard to do at the moment because there's players going everywhere. A few comments have come in on Facebook. Sinead says good luck to the girls. Grania Adams says poor Avine. That's Avine Donoghue, who went off with what looked like a nasty injury towards the end of the first half, the Armagh captain, unfortunately. John Coyle says, what's his message? Rita Hannigan. Hi, Rita. And John. And Grace McCullough says, come on, Tyrone. And Brenda Mullen says, come on, Tyrone. Those comments coming in on the Ulster Ladies Gaelic Football Facebook page where we're streaming this game. And it's also available on the Ulster Ladies YouTube page, so you can watch it on whichever you prefer. So Tyrone, what can they do in this second half after not doing too well in the first, apart from a little burst when they scored a goal in 2, and the referee right on the spot there to blow that one for over-carrying. So this is the Ulster Silver final at minor level, just to remind you. It's Tyrone and Armagh here in Crossmaglen. 3 other finals today. I'll give you an update on those in a second, but let's see what Tyrone can do from this attack. I was wondering in the first half how things might change in the second half with Tyrone playing from left to right, and whatever way the breeze is going, certainly Armagh fared better going from left to right in the first half, so maybe it was a little bit more difficult going from right to left. But Tyrone now bottled up, but she does well to feed that one back out there, Amy Sheehy, and the kick nearly came in but well blocked down for Armagh. And Moya McGrain, the captain there, clearing her lines, but not too many options there, and it goes to Tyrone, but it will be brought back for a free for Armagh. So yeah, 4 finals on today. One's already completed, Down and Derry in the bronze final. Down won that one rather easily, 6-11 to 1-6, and they even had a penalty saved right at the end. Donegal Monaghan is being played at the moment, similar to this one. That's the gold final, and Monaghan were well in charge the last we heard on that one. And then Antrim Cavan is on here in Crossmaglen after this game at 4 o'clock. Now we've had a delay here from the injury, but still, oh, that's a great ball across, nearly. Free out for Tyrone. Yeah, just checking, so 4 minutes to 3 now. So there'll be a pretty quick turnaround from the end of this game and the presentation to the start of the next game, Antrim Cavan at 4 o'clock here. That's the platinum final. That's the big one. That's the elite premiership level, if you like. Now there's an injury here to a player, it looks like a Tyrone player over on that far side, and it is. So a little bit of a delay here, but the referee is happy that it's not a head injury of any kind, so we can get on with the game, and indeed the player has got to her feet and is okay to continue. Goalkeeper drives it up the middle, looking for... Oh, well taken by Kiva Owens. It worked out nice. She's got Muldoon, number 10, to one side, but on the other side she has got the number 18, Isabel Grimes, who I think has come into the play at half-time. And is there a finish there? Oh no, she's just put it to the right, and the wind really carried that over to the right as well, and that's the danger with this breeze. It is strong, and it is coming into the camera, if you like. So if you can imagine going... If you're playing on the left, that is going to carry the ball way over to the right, and that's what happened there. And it comes and goes. It's very strong just at the moment. So if you kick it when it's really strong, it'll go way, way over to the other side. Strange day. The sun's out 1 minute and it's warm, and the next minute it's very cool. Another hot ball. We've seen quite a few of them, and McCafferty has won most of them. That one was knocked down by her, and indeed Armagh have got it back at the second time of asking. Ella Owens nipped in there, the number 18, to do well, but Tyrone have got it back, and they are playing exactly the way Armagh played in the first half. They're controlling the game, and they're camping in the Armagh half, and they're pressing all of the time. That's exactly what Armagh did, and they're linking together much better as well. This is what Armagh did too. This is Daly, and she's got forward and she's carrying it, and now looking a little bit of help with a brilliant play by her, and eventually is getting a free. There was a push in there somewhere. So yeah, Tyrone carrying the game to Armagh exactly the way Armagh did to them, playing from left to right in the first half. But will it yield a score? Scores were at a premium in the first half. We only had 8 scores in the first half, and I don't think there was a score in at least the last 10 minutes. And it went on to about 38 minutes because of the injury. Now, she measured that one. She hasn't again. Wind carries it to the right, I think. And we remain without a score in the second half, nearly 5 minutes in. That's a couple of chances Tyrone have had. And I'm having to stand sideways here because the breeze is, believe it or not, really fierce coming over to this side. But Armagh carry on regardless. And this is a good run through the middle. And this is a good break by them. It's brilliant play, actually. And it's their number 12, I think it is. And that's Emer McGarry. And indeed it is. That's super play. And then she tries to feed it off to Alana O'Neill. And it's well blocked down. Alana scored a great point in the first half, but not able to get the kick away on that occasion. Really good block. So I think the phrase he used at the end of the first half was that both teams are cancelling each other out, and that's what's happening at the start of the second half. Tyrone's fullback, Ellie Daly, gets it out to this side. They decide to try this side. It worked a minute ago. Can they get forward? That's a bit tight, but that's got there. That's good play and good hands by Loughran. This is brilliant from Tyrone. They get it to Amy Sheehy, and that's the way to beat the blanket defence, even though they're racing to come back now. Good, sharp, quick passes. And now they get it up to Cara McMoran, who scored that brilliant point in the first half. Now Kiva Owens. Can Tyrone finally get it a score at the start of the second half? Well, she had a few goes of her right foot, switched to her left and put it over expertly, and that's a brilliant score by Tyrone, all the way up the field from the full-back to the full forward. 2-2 plays 1-4, 1 point game, and Tyrone looking much better in this second half. Oh, that one spilled. Nearly stolen away from Vallely, I think it was. And the referee has given advantage. And yes, he's letting the play go on, and that was a great example of advantage being played effectively. Oh, what a brilliant hand in there from the Tyrone player to stop that attack just when Armagh looked really dangerous. What a textbook tackle. Very courageous to get in there with the player steaming through the middle, but she just picked her pocket extremely well, and Armagh now have stolen their pocket. They're stolen out of their pocket. This is the player who made the block. Or the interception rather, and it was the number 5, to give her credit, Laura Duff, the player who was sin bin. She's come back in with a vengeance. Really good tackle by her. Loughran for Tyrone. There's 2 Loughrans for Armagh, 1 for Tyrone, and that one's broken down. Tyrone trying to force the issue, and it's just resulting in a few times the game breaking down for them, but they are winning all of the balls when they seem to come up. Armagh unable to make much impression now. Tyrone on top. Muldoon feeds that one through nicely to Isabel Grimes, and now Grimes with a kick pass, and that's a good pass. This worked a few minutes ago, and they get it to McMoran. She's the danger player in there. She can take a score or create. Tries to feed it back out, and does, to Kiva Owens, but can she hold on to possession? Well, just about, and she is going to get the free. 2-3 Armagh players around her, and she takes it quickly, and this is what Tyrone are doing well now. They're taking their passes quickly, and that shot though is going to the right and wide from Sheehy. That's 3 that they've put to the right of the post, understandably, in this second half. 8 minutes in. Just the 1 point scored and the 1 point in it. Sinead McSorley with the kick and just drives it up the middle, and why not when you have McCafferty there? And the wind didn't seem to stop it as well, and it means that Armagh now have a chance of a score on the counter, actually. Strong tackling, and indeed that's going to be a free in. I think the referee gave a little bit of advantage, and then yeah, he's given it. Indeed it was a clear free, and that all came from a terrific kick out from McSorley. Right up the middle to McCafferty. Now this will be an interesting one if she can reach from there, maybe with the breeze. Well, the breeze has just died at that moment, and the kick has gone inside the post. Really well taken, and the credit there, as I say, goes to the goalkeeper and McCafferty for getting it up the pitch. Although the kick, of course, came from Alana O'Neill in the end from the free, and she put it over really well. So that's her second point, I think. Got a good one at the start from play, and then one from a free, and restores Armagh's 2-point lead. Referee says play on there because Duffy got a foot in that tackle. A foot in the ball, rather in the tackle. And this is Duffy again as they look to capitalise. That's a decent effort, and I think that might be over. Oh, that's beautifully measured by Ellie Mae Duffy from Pearse Ogue, College All-Star, and you can see why. And 2 in a minute for Armagh. They take a 3-point lead. Nearly 10 minutes into the second half. Kick it by Rihanna Mullen. Over to the left side, and that's great play by Drews to win that. Very determined play to get in there in front of McMullen to win that one for Armagh. And Armagh have just stepped it up. They've reacted to Tyrone in the last 2 or 3 minutes, and this has been a good spell from them now. But that ball is played a little bit too tight in there, and it's intercepted, and Tyrone have it. And here's Sheehy with a chance to counter, and she has got plenty of pace. Armagh have set up defensively, of course, and they've an extra player in there as well, but Tyrone looking to find a way through. Owens leaves it off to Sheehy again, and this is great work, and they're looking to get it to McMorran again, but great defending. She knew where that was going, Maya O'Hara, and did really well to read that and just broke Tyrone's hearts there because it looked like Tyrone might get in behind, and that was an important tackle. Really brilliant defending. And it means Armagh now can counter with the comfort still of a 3-point lead. Duffy, super ball in, finding Alana O'Neill. The run alongside there was a good one. Oh, nearly ended up a goal for Anna Lavery. Brilliant running and brilliant movement from Armagh. Their forwards really interchanging brilliantly. And the 13, 14 and 15 all combining there, and it nearly created a chance. Now the referee doesn't like this, and he's going to penalise the goalkeeper. And what's he going to give? Is it a free in? It looks like a free in to me. I didn't quite see what was happening there. I know that if a goalkeeper takes too long to kick it out, it's a free in, not a hot ball as it would be in the men's game. But maybe did she take it from the wrong place, or rather it didn't get over the line or something, or was taken maybe inside the D. Maybe that was it. Anyway, it's a chance for Armagh to get a 4-point lead, and it's just inside the post from Alana O'Neill, and that's a bit of a gift for Armagh, and they go 2-5 to 1-4. So 3 points in a row for them, and they now have had a really good spell here. The kick out is up the middle. It's anybody's who's going to win it. Armagh win it. They really are on a roll at the minute, and the strong run is from Loughran. They still get it on, even though the ball had spilled there, and there's a chance here. McGeary involved, Duffy involved, and it's another point for Armagh. 2-6 to 1-4. 4 in a row, I make it, for Armagh in about 4 minutes, maybe even less. 42 minutes gone. This could be a match-winning break for them. Even though Tyrone looked good in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the second half, they have now find themselves well behind and having to force the game even more. A good scoring spree for Armagh, and in a low scoring game that could be looked back upon as a match winning break. Still a long way to go though. 17 minutes. Cora Quinn for Tyrone. And there's that crossfield ball that Armagh had trouble with in the first half, but Tyrone no troubles with it at all because Muldoon has it and gives it inside. And Grimes involved, and this is Kiva Owens looking to get a score, and that's a brilliant score again from Tyrone. Well, they're certainly not going to be out of this game. If you can counter-attack like that, they still have a huge threat in this game, and that was really nice play. And Owens has put one over with her right foot and one with her left foot in this second half. Brings it back to a 4-point game. Free for Tyrone as well. Referee rather had given advantage. Didn't give the free as he still have the ball. This is Grimes. And that one played in, and the referee says it was a tap on the ankle. It's a free in for Tyrone. Chance to get it back to 3, and it will be Owens again. Owens from the Berra Red Knights Club. the 2025 Queen's Future All-Star, and a brother of Connor who won a Hogan Cup with Oma CBS. And here she comes now trying to make a name for herself and drives it left-footed and gets it over the bar, and Owens almost single-handedly has dragged Tyrone back into this. Well, it's been very interesting in the last 5 or 6 minutes. I'm saying it was a low-scoring game, but now we had a flurry of scores, and it's made things very, very interesting. A 3-point lead for Armagh, but Tyrone have it again, and now they are flying at the minute, and that's an effort that's going to go well to the right. Again, the wind carrying that one. Well, Owens has got the measure. She knows where the posts are after missing a few, and it does need to be measured with a strong breeze. But can Armagh get out there? That one brilliant kick out that started their revival, if you like. And this is a nice short one which is just as effective, and that's a great ball out of defence as well. That was terrific play by Mia O'Hara, who's been very impressive in defence. This is Duffy, who's been very impressive going forward for Armagh. This is McCafferty, who's been impressive all along and feeds it in beautifully to Anna Lavery. Armagh motoring really well. This should be a score. It is a score. Well, the game has just gone up a level in the last 7 or 8 minutes, and it's been a really, really good contest with lots of great scores and great interplay as well. And Armagh back in front by 4. Kick out by Mullen. And it's going to go over the line, as it did a couple of times in the first half, but it's harder to do in the second half the way the breeze is, but still managed to go over the line. This is Duffy again. She's popping up everywhere in the Armagh attack. She's really making things happen, and she's available again, linking things together as well. Pops it in, looking for Loughran. Remember, she got a goal in the first half. She might get another one here, but there's a lot of Tyrone players back, so she has to come back, and indeed it's gone wide in the end. The Tyrone defenders doing their job well there. So we're in the last quarter of the game, 14 minutes to go. 4-point lead for Armagh. She goes short this time. That's good movement. That's exactly what they need to make sure they keep possession, and they do. Neil Muldoon has it. It's a good ball to Owens, who's their danger player. Now Milanofi is following her. What a matchup they are providing. Two terrific players. This is the number 4 for Tyrone, Cora Quinn, and now Grimes for Tyrone. It's a nice ball over the top as well, but it's very congested there. This is Cavlin. And is that pass going to reach? The referee says it was actually a throw ball, so a free out for Armagh. Sinead McSorley looking to go short, I think, but I think she's going to have, no, she is going to be able to go short, and indeed she does. Gives it to Ella Owens from Killeavy. And Armagh knitting together well, and a good burst out of defence as well. That looks like the number 8, Elsie Drews. That's the way she's been playing, and she plays that way again. That's good play by her, but it's broken down, and Tyrone have it back. And now it's there, number 18, Grimes. Grimes leaves it off for a willing runner, and that is Cora Quinn. Grimes again gets it. This is good from Tyrone until it spills, and now they run into trouble. Could be dispossessed here. Referee is on the spot. He lets it go. That's a good kick pass, and it's well taken by McMoran as well. She can finish. If she can manage this one and manage the breeze, she does both perfectly. Really good score from Tyrone. She got a great score at the start of the game, and she's got another one. We're back to a 3-point game, and Armagh just keeping Tyrone at bay. They opened up that big lead. Now it's down to 3, but can Tyrone get a little bit closer? 12 minutes to go. The game really well balanced, and that's a brilliant kick out, and that relieves the pressure because it was straight into the arms of the Armagh player, and she wins a free as well. It just drags Tyrone up the pitch, and they play it in looking for O'Neill, and O'Neill does brilliantly. She had no right to win that one, and she leaves it off for Armagh. Their forwards have been really good in this game, and in particular in the last 10 minutes, but Tyrone somehow have turned that one over. So 3 in it. 3 points or a goal. Now McCafferty held up her player there. Tyrone looking to take it as quickly as they can. And they get it to Mail Muldoon, and she will take it, and Cora Quinn involved as well. Give it into Owens, who's always there and available. Tyrone trying to work something. They've managed to get a few points in the second half and a few chances at points, but they haven't had a goal opening. Their goal in the first half was a fortunate one. It certainly was intended as a pass, so they haven't done well in that regard, and that's down to the organisation at the back for Armagh.
If Mr. Stephen Nugent is in the ground, would you please come to the microphone? Mr. Stephen Nugent, please.
Looks like we're going to have an Armagh sub coming on in a minute. Fresh legs required. Meanwhile, Grimes for Tyrone. They get it out to McCrossan, the captain, and she takes on responsibility and leadership and drives at Armagh. This is brilliant play by her, and she leaves it off as well. There could be a score, could even be a goal. Oh, the goalkeeper had to be alert, and she was, Sinead McSorley. Where was I saying a minute ago that Tyrone haven't had any real goal chances? That's the first one. It was the captain showing the way, and the keeper had to be alive to that, and she was. McSorley from Carrickcruppen. Useful in the forwards, I hear, as well, but very much needed there at the back to stop the Tyrone forwards, and did so. That would have levelled it and made it very, very interesting, but Tyrone threatening all of the time. Tyrone goes short. Owens gets it back again. She is their main go-to player in this second half, especially for scores. This is well worked. McMorran can hit them as well. That's well blocked down though, and it was Mia O'Hara. She really has it a fine game. That one goes over, and Anna Lavery is able to pick it up for Armagh. There's loads of room for Armagh here, and this is good pace as well. And will they get in behind? Well, that was good, strong defending actually by Tori McMullen, I think it was, over on that side. The number 2 for Tyrone. This game been played at a ferocious pace in the second half in particular. One team attacks and then the other. They try to get in behind, but that's brilliant play from Milanofi. And that's important to get it away from Kiva Owens. And that matchup, as I was talking about, is key. It's a really good battle in there. Milanofi won at that time. Substitution for Armagh. Rihanna Lenahan is going to be replaced. She's running towards the Armagh dugout, trying to see who the sub is, and it's actually the number 5 Delaney, who was named to start the game but didn't. But Delaney is now in the play for Armagh, and Armagh also have a free. So 52 minutes nearly completed. 2-7-1-7, 1 goal game. Cavan girls walking down in front of me here. They're going to warm up behind the goals to our left. Cavan Antrim is on after this on a live stream as well. The Platinum final. Oh, this is an interesting one for Tyrone because Amy Sheehy has got it and Milanofi lost track of the ball. 3 players around her, but she still drives it over the bar. That's fantastic. Sheehy from Cookstown. Her brother can do it with Tyrone under 20s, but Amy Sheehy can do it for the Tyrone minors. And that's a great score to put 2 in it now and make it really interesting. Looks like Tyrone are making a switch as well. And Laura Duff is being replaced. And I could tell you the number, but her hair is down over the back of it. I think it's 19. And 19 would be Clara Rose Marley from Carrickmore. She's 2 sisters at Tyrone under 16 level, and she's at minor level. So all 3 sisters involved, and she's now in the play here. Tyrone knocking on the door. Had a goal chance a minute ago. They've got it back to 2. But will they be able to fashion enough here in the last 6-7 minutes of this game to win it? They're finding players in space, and now they found Sheehy again. She's come inside, she's dropped the shoulder nicely, but didn't get her kick away. It was well blocked down, and it was Mia O'Hara again, I think, who got the challenge in. And do you know what? I'm thinking about her for player of the match, the way she has played back there. There's a lot of contenders. Wonder who you think. Feel free to leave a message there on the live chat on the Facebook or the YouTube. Who do you think for player of the match? I'm looking at Mia O'Hara, number 2 for Armagh, has been terrific. Lots of good performances all over the field, of course. And the game ain't over yet. That's Grimes for Tyrone, spreading the play. They've been much, much better in the second half, Tyrone, even though they were rocked back when Armagh got 4 points in a row. They've recovered from that and they've got it back to 2 and they're knocking on the door. Now, Duffy is down for Armagh way over on this side, by the way. That's not a good sign for them because she was really, really good up to this, and indeed she would be a contender for player of the match, but she's down at the minute requiring treatment. Play will continue because it's not a head injury. Don't know what it is, might be cramp or something the way she's being treated. 6 to go then. And Tyrone again get possession. I suppose the other contenders for player of the match, well, Elsie Drews has been very good, and of course Loughran, who got the goal. McCafferty has been good, O'Neill has been good, lots of good performances. Hard to pick one. And hard to pick a winner of this game at the minute. Armagh have the edge because they obviously have the scores on the board, but Tyrone are doing all of the pressing. Armagh win it back though. That was good play by Ella Owens. And now Emer McGeary. They're playing a dangerous game now. They're trying to keep possession back there. But if Tyrone get it and get a goal, they could snatch this one. This is good play though by Loughran. And she lets the ball go right into that corner, but there are no Armagh players there. In fact, that's the Tyrone sub who just came in. 5 to go. 2 points in it. The game really delicately balanced here in Oliver Plunkett Park in Crossmaglen. Tyrone pressing. Armagh resisting. It's Owens. They've got the right player on the ball. She had a look and thought it's a little bit too far out, so she gives it back. Emma McCrossan has it now. Can Tyrone find a way through? They'll be happy with a point at this stage. That's brilliant from McCrossan one way and then the other, but loses possession. Ball runs away from her and then runs away from the Armagh midfielder, who looks a little bit tired as she tries to get back there. Owens. And Owens runs into her player. And that's been given, what way is this one going? It's a free in, and he's calling on a sub as well. So it's all got a little bit frantic out there. Substitutions and desperate challenges and frees and all sorts. 20 for 13 is that substitution for, not even sure what side it was actually, to be honest. Meanwhile, Kiva Owens is lining this one up from distance, but she's got the breeze if she can adjust to it, if she can hit it from left to right. No, she's looking like she's going for a pass here. Now she drives it in there. This needs to go over. Doesn't quite reach. The sub was for Armagh, by the way. 20 for 13, so that would be, yeah, Duffy's had to go off unfortunately, and Ellie May Carr from Greenmore is on for Armagh. Malanafi, brilliant play by her to carry the game to Tyrone. Armagh need a little bit of leadership at the minute. They need to relieve the pressure. They have the lead, but they're running out of time, Tyrone. About 3 minutes to go, and it's going to get to the point where a point even won't be good enough for them. This is Drews. This is strong play from Armagh. Their players are stepping up all over the field. This is good play. Knitting it together well. They found scores hard to come by in the second half, but they might get one here that might even just seal the win. Instead, it just goes to the left. Brilliant play all the way up the field, but no score at the end of it, which leaves it still on a knife edge. This kick out is important. The call is don't let them out. She is forced to go long, and Daly is there, but it's spilled away from her, and Armagh have important possession. McCafferty. Of course, it's she, or not she, that's Lavery involved for Armagh. Is this going over? It's not, it's gone wide as well. Tyrone in a hurry. Monaghan have beaten Donegal 110 to 11. That in the gold final. Armagh looking to win this one, looking to finish the job, and they've got it through to Loughran, who got a goal in the first half and gets a point to make it a 3-point game right at the end. She may just have won this game for Armagh as well. Now she's gone down with an injury. That was a painful one, but she took it for the team. She took it for Armagh, and they lead. Just checking on YouTube if you have any comments to make or any suggestions for a player of the match for me. I'd be very interested to hear what everybody thinks. And Facebook as well, where the coverage is also available. And remember, we've another game on after this. This doesn't look good for Loughran. And remember, they've lost Duffy a few minutes ago, and they lost Donohoe as well, their captain. Now there's a hold up here, which means the Armagh players and Tyrone players are, well, the Tyrone players in particular, going into group in the middle. But we might be able to continue. On the messages, Nicola Barber says, come on Tyrone, brilliant coverage. Thank you for that. Angela Dolan says, come on Armagh. Adrian Mullen, great score from Sheehy. Indeed. Katrina O'Hagan, good luck to Sinead. Thanks for all those comments. We are now getting to the business end. 3 in it. Tyrone now needing a goal just to force extra time. But Armagh have really stepped up in the last few minutes. They have their lead. They're defending it. And they are even trying to increase it. We're almost in added time at the end of the game. Now there will be 2, maybe 3 minutes, I would imagine, for the stoppages. And Armagh have possession. This girl has been terrific, Loughran. And now Alana O'Neill, I think that is over there. It is. Armagh just owning the ball at the minute, and Tyrone chasing but not able to get it. Malanafe, she's had a great game as well. This is Maeve Vallely, the number 19, who came in as a sub. This is Drews. And they get it to Vallely again. Armagh doing exactly what they need to do at the minute. 30 seconds into added time, holding onto the ball, and Tyrone just can't get it. They can't get near it. The call is for them to come out, but they're trying, and then Armagh go in behind them. Armagh finding players all over the field. They get it now to Delaney. Delaney gives it in to Vallely, who's popped up everywhere. Now McCafferty, she runs into trouble and maybe dispossessed, and indeed Tyrone have it back. Now the referee, I think, thought about blowing that, but he didn't. But Armagh still have possession. 1 minute gone in added time. It looks like Armagh have done enough. They get it back to Moya McGrain, the captain, the fullback. This is Owens. Now Malanafe again. Impressive play from Armagh. And they, I think you have to say, will have deserved this if they hold out. But there's a chance now, maybe for Tyrone. A goal is what they need. A point will be no use. And they haven't had much of a goal threat. But is there a goal at the end of this game and drama in Crossmaglen in this Ulster Minor Silver Final? We have another game on after it at 4 o'clock, but if there's added time, that will be pushed back. But that would rely on Tyrone getting a goal, but they're not going to get it. Armagh's defence resolute. Really strong last 5 minutes by Armagh. 3rd minute now of added time, but they've given the ball away again. Is there time for a counter? I think there is, but they need to be in a hurry. Only a goal will do for Tyrone. And they have not got time because David Herson has blown, and Armagh are the 2025 Ulster Minor Silver champions, and a deserved victory as well here on home territory in Crossmaglen. The pitch looked fantastic. The game was terrific, and although everyone will be thinking of Aisling Donoghue for the injury that she had to go off with in the first half, she, the captain of the team, and hopefully she is still there and able to lift the cup. So that's going to happen in the next 5 or 6 minutes, I would imagine, here in Crossmaglen. And we will also have the Player of the Match award, and I haven't had any contenders from you, so I'm going to pick that one and I'm going to feed it through. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I will see what happens in a few minutes time with the presentations. So well done to Armagh, and commiserations to Tyrone. Armagh just seemed to have the edge throughout the game for me. They were very organised and they stepped up when they needed to, and they also had more goal threat than Tyrone. Tyrone's goal was a fortunate one, and they only really had one other goal attempt, and it was Armagh. who had a patch about 6 or 7 minutes into the second half. They scored 4 points in a row, and that I thought might be the winning of the game, and ultimately it pretty much was on the scoreboard at least. But they had many real warriors out there who stepped up today and played extremely well, and they did deserve it. They did dominate most of the game, and Erin Malanafi was extremely important, the way she picked up the danger player Kiva Owens and nullified her in the last 10 minutes or so. The conditions obviously made it very difficult for all of the players. A lot of passes went astray, but they all kept going and played an extremely good game. I'm sure you enjoyed the coverage, enjoyed the game on the coverage, and we have another game coming right up. It is going to be Antrim against Cavan at 4 o'clock. Now, we should be able to hear the speeches, and this is Jerry Doherty, the Ulster President.
Ladies Gaelic Football Association, to welcome everybody here to Crossmaglen today for our silver minor final, and I want to congratulate both teams on an excellent display of football, and let's call for a big round of applause for both teams. We commiserate with Tyrone. You played a great game, well done, and we wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season, going back to your clubs and going forward. Thank you very much to Tyrone. Before we have the actual presentation, I want to thank a number of people today for helping us with this excellent fixture. I want to thank the Crossmaglen Rangers Club, who as usual stood up to the plate and made their facilities available to us. Big thank you to the Crossmaglen Rangers Club. I also want to thank all those officials who helped us today, our referee, linespersons, fourth official, umpires, and I also want to pay tribute to my Ulster Council colleagues for all the work they've done to put this picture on. So well done to them, and thank you very much. Today is also about, while it's about the Tyrone and Armagh teams, it's also about the development of our game. And I want to congratulate, as I said, both teams for their excellent display. And in that regard, Ulster Council award a player of the match to the player they regard as the most valuable player on the day. And that award goes to the Armagh cornerback from Clonerne, Mia O'Hara. And here I invite number 9 for Armagh, Molly Luckern, to come over and accept the cup on behalf of her team.
First of all, I'd like to thank Tyrone for the very high intense game. You were all amazing, like it could have went either way. I'd like to thank the referee and the rest of the officials. I'd like to thank Crossmaglen for letting us use the field and really putting up like a great pitch. Thanks to the managers through all year, like we've been here. We started off here way back in November, so you really put it up, and most importantly to all the girls. These are the best bunch of girls that I've played with through all the years that I've played. So this goes to Evie for going off as well. Yeah, 100%.
Well, there you go. That's it. Armagh the champions, and a nice mention there from the vice captain for the captain, Aoibhinn Donoghue, who had to go off injured in the first half, and we all hope that she is going to recover quickly from whatever that injury was. But Armagh still did it for her and won this silver final. Congratulations to them. We're going to set up for another stream, Antrim Cabin, right after this one. Don't miss that one. You can join us for that one. It will be on Facebook and YouTube as well. But for now, from Crossmaglen, it's goodbye.